Nappa, I guess it's time that we had a little fun with these guys.
You're too much. You really know how to party.
From the beginning, there has been one mission, blazing across the universe. In our wake, highly advanced robotics, space explosives, and solar processes.
Ha-ha! There's plenty more where that came from.
I have finally abandoned my human form and evolved into a new, far superior being.
there, this is your robot pal Tom, presenting the latest and greatest fat beats from Toonami.
It's amazing!
This time they've gone too far.
That's what you think. Transform! punks thought they were dealing with amateurs.
Just, yeah, is that good enough? Okay.
What are you?
Allied to good! Nightmare to you!
From the beginning, there has been one mission, blaze chaos across the universe. In our wide, highly advanced robotics, space physics, and solar processes.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave!
Everything in the world is an experimental test subject. Of course, that includes myself as well.
Work in progress. show you guys what I've been up to for the past couple years, I would say. Hello everyone. Feels so weird to finally actually show you guys what I've been up to. Hello everyone. Now obviously the whole like model reveal, or I mean, okay, let me go back a bit. Hello, my name is Clawmaster. Welcome to the stream. And the reason why this is not a debut, even though I'm kind of treating it as it is because the big guy back there, the big guy back there hasn't been fully rigged up or ready for show. So it's kind of been back there just waiting for the right time. But in the meantime, I will go over the main purpose of what these streams will be and just kind of just show you around in terms of like what I have cooking in the lab here. As you might notice at the bottom, give you 1 second. As you might notice at the bottom of the screen, I have subtitles turned on for those who want to read what I'm saying. Now, the thing is, it's not perfect. I will say that much. I will say that it is not perfect, so, you know, be it as it may when it comes to actually being correct when I say, but it also will lead to funny moments, honestly. So that is something that will happen when streaming. But aside from that, yeah, I'd like to welcome you all to the stream. So I am streaming to like 3 to 4 different places. So first off, thank you for those who are watching on Twitter. I'm not gonna call it X for obvious reasons, but yeah, thanks for you guys who are watching on Twitter, and then also, you know, channels to YouTube and Twitch. You guys are at the beginning, the start of it. Like, I would call you guys the not the diehards, but just kind of dipping the toe into like what I plan to do and plan to bring to the VTubing scene. So that is kind of where I see you guys in terms of like just kind of seeing how many people are tuned in right now. But yeah, so let me just get rid of something real quick. So now that we got introductions out of the way, obviously now becomes questions like, okay, so let me show you around a little bit. So obviously this is the lab. This is where I have cooked up things, and in terms of like what ideas I want to make are here in the lab to make it happen. Obviously, like I am so lore wise, and I'll get more into it when I start jotting down the ideas and where I want to go with this channel, the lore and all that jazz. But this laboratory, as you see all around me, it is underground, and I conduct most of my creations away from the public eye, and this is where all the magic will happen. That's why the big guy back there hasn't awakened yet. Only in given time he will. But in the meantime, so let me go ahead and show you around the place since you are here. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. So, oh, don't mind that. What's a stream like this about? And a little bit of scuff. Let me just be sure that the thing is on. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm actually a little too close. There we go. Okay. So, you guys will be right there in case you guys do talk. It's mainly for Twitch chats, because of the rules that they have. So, yeah. For Twitch chat, you'll be showing up here whenever you guys talk. But you know that may change in the future. You know, Twitch be damned in terms of like really enforcing, hey, you can only show Twitch chat if you're multi-streaming. So it is what it is. But you know, and then yeah, in case I have a friend of mine that do want to join in, I have made more space. And if I want no chat at all, just, you know, me, myself, and I, and this, or talk to you directly, or if I want to have another person with me and find out chat, that can happen. Any given time, that does happen in the near future. And then, here's another cool part. Yes. A look into what's possibly the future of eventually a thing that will become real one day. One day, of course. But yeah, it's a cool thing I like to show off to people when they come around. It's like, hey, what's this big hulking thing back there? It's just like, well, I mean, who's to say? I mean, I'm not one to, you know, I'm not one to really kind of tell you, you know, one way or another. So, all right. So, let me see what else I got for you guys. Oh yes, let's show you my pad, my little pad in front of me here. So that, yeah, when I do stuff when it comes to certain ideas, or if I want to make something, I will prompt this up, and to the left of me will pop up my screen capture in terms of what I'm planning to do, which I will use tonight, honestly. So also subtitles haven't gone away, it's right above me, so if you want to see what I'm talking or how I'm talking, you can do so. But let me get you out of this mode real quick, and then back into, oops, wrong one. There we go. So let me go ahead and do this. Okay, there we go. Give me a little bit of space. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to do and show you guys is obviously this model. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so obviously this model is it is rigged by me, although I am getting a much better version of this rigged. So bear in mind, this is like version 1.0, 2.0 is coming pretty soon. But yes, this entire model rigged by me, someone who is not great at rigging. Toggles wise, I can show you what I have. Bear in mind, as someone who has put a lot of work in this model, like when I realized how to rig it and put in as many stuff as I can, I got a lot of stuff here I can show you guys. So obviously there's your typical blushes, you know, that every other VTuber has, and what I have. So, you know, in the case that things get a little too spicy, I can always turn that on. Of course, for those who don't know, I am a superhero. Actually, you guys don't know, actually. I'm a dragon superhero. A dragon, well, think of it this way. I am basically just Iron Man, but a dragon anime man. Oh boy. More of that will be discussed later, but these gauntlets, I do have claws that come out, and often use if I have to. And then this is me when I'm like just completely just bored out of my mind, or like I'm just like very confused on certain things. It's like I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah. What else I got here? Of course, the whole shocked look, which is like, hey, if you like sent me a crap ton of money, I'm gonna be like, huh? What? What did you just do? What? Why is my bank account saying $300 now? What? So yeah, that is basically what that is. And as someone who loves fighting games and other things, I made sure to put on a toggle for certain ideas, like I have a proton cannon. I can aim at chat at any given time. I'm pretty sure the chat's on the other side. Just also gonna be on this side because I want to aim at someone else. But check this out. So I'm gonna, haha. Now I got aim at you guys. That's right. One false move and I will destroy you in one move. Ha 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 ha. Then this is, what did I have this on? Oh, this is another like just another shock face I have on the ready. It's just like, oh, I see. And then I have a sword whenever I need to summon it. So it's like, yes, you guys do not tempt me with this sword. I have both a sword and a gun. And you guys, whenever you guys are out of line or I need to unveil my powers, because sometimes evildoers of that nature will come about, I will have to be ready any given time and be prepared. Be prepared for any type of battle that I may have to go into. Of course, the standard angry mode. When I'm really pissed off, which is rare, but you know, it can happen. So, alright, now the animations. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got like 6, 7 animations I want to show you guys. So, this is the first one I made. In the case that I am mortally pissed off and like pointing at something on the screen, saying like, this is some BS. The hell's going on? This is not what I signed up for. And then my virtual super. Actually, that one's really scuffed actually. So that's something I need to go back and fix. But that's something I need to go and fix. Also realize because originally I was gonna have the music play behind it, but then I realized I saw some other VTuber who had the same idea. And actually nailed it, but like also realized that the music might be triggered on YouTube, so that's something that I will have to keep an eye on if that happens. Alright, proton cannon. Do not be wary of do not, what's the word I'm looking for? The immersion breaking right there of it being cut off. So I got one for the other side too. Sure. Oh, and then I have this like ready for collabs. So in the case of like, hey, which, you know, if it happens, you know, or if it's one day when it happens, if someone says, hey, you know, where can I find you, or, you know, how can I leave in a flashy way, I had this ready. I must go now. My planet needs me. So yeah, I have that. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. This is in case I need to armor up. So yeah, in the case I need to, you know, get armored up when I need to make sure that whatever battle I'm going to, whether it be in a game or against other VTubers or whatnot, and I need a little more extra armor, I can do so in this mode. So yeah, it's my armor version. Sound effects will come later. I need to figure that out. It's actually what I really want to do is actually hook up to some sound effects whenever that happens. And then this is my Berserker Barrage. So yeah, that's my Berserker Barrage. A little nod reference to Marvel 2. As you can see, I'm a bit of a fighting game head when it comes to certain things. So yeah, but what was it? Yeah, so that's kind of pretty much what the model is. these, the toggles that I have at my disposal. And then after I did all this work, I realized, like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna even use half of these. So, but it's still cool to have. I mean, just to pull it out. Now, of course, the one thing I do want is give thanks though, because you can definitely see from the model, the background music and whatnot. I dubbed these the Hall of Heroes, which, let me go and take you there. Give me 1 second. Oops, mine. I'll go this way. Alright. Yes, so welcome to the Hall of Heroes. These are the people that made this stream possible in various ways. And I had made sure to put them in the hallway. Funny enough, obviously when it comes to, making this a hallway that is very different from the laboratory, which is all technology driven. Yeah, I figured, this is more classy, more classic, and just like something I think, if I want to get away from everything, I could just come down here and just check out who made me whenever I am given the time and opportunity. So let's go ahead and take a look and start with the cheap model that you see before you. This was done by Shy Horrors. You see on the Twitter down there. And all the way I look was made by this awesome person. And yeah, very much check them out when you guys can. I believe the term, at least in the VTubing space, is that the person who made the artwork is the art mama. So there you go. For this model, check it out, Shy Horrors. Thank you for making me alive, or the TV version of myself. Okay. And then let me. There we go. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Okay. As I mosey on to the next one. Yes. So the model you saw in the back, in the laboratory back there, was no other than Konyu, or Konyu. So a little backstory. She was the first person I worked with when it comes to making this, not this model, but the other model I had back there, a reality. She was great to work with, still is today, and yeah, no, she did a fantastic job on it, and I've been sitting on this for so long. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Kunya, for being so lag or very busy with a lot of things. So I hope that this will fix things. But yeah, yeah, thank you very much for making the model. It's really good. It's really awesome. It's something I dreamed of happening one day, and yeah, no, it's great. It's really cool. It's really cool. So, yeah, I was gonna say, sorry if you hear claps in the background. It's my dad. He's watching the Dodger game. Sorry to break your immersion here for a second. But yeah, definitely check her out. Great person to work with, and does a great artist, and does a ton of awesome work. So definitely check her out. All right. Now move on to the next person. Yes. So the emotes on Twitch specifically. I'm pretty sure if I get to YouTube, that they will also be uploaded once I get approval from Monetization. But the Twitch on, or the emotes on Twitch, were done by Sora Saucy. Which these again, most of these assets, most of these artwork, definitely happy. I've been keeping keeping them around for quite some time. So yeah, no, it's just been a long time coming, honestly, when it comes to stream and actually like using everything that I've been like just been toying around with and making sure that they work. But yes, if you're on Twitch and you subscribe, you can get these emotes automatically. If you follow the channel, you actually get one emote for free. I put in the raid emote, so whenever I raid someone after the stream, you can use that emote as much as you can, and also join in the fun. So, but yeah, the emotes are done by Sura Saucy. Thank you again for making this happen. And yeah, no, it was really good. These emotes are really good, so I'm actually putting them to good use finally. Finally, after so long. Okay. So after Sura Saucy, so you moseying on here to the second one. Yes, this was a funny thing. So okay, the background music that you heard at the other in the laboratory. So this was done by oops, hang on, let me just slow down. Hang on. Give me a second here, folks. Okay. This is done by Kamari. And the funny thing is, when I was looking this person up, because originally it was they were under a different name, and they actually, because I commissioned the background music from them like long ago, and really enjoyed it. Because like I was telling them, like, I want this type of music, specifically from like Street Fighter X Tekken training music, or Jury's theme and whatnot, and they nailed it. Specifically more in the Tekken X Street Fighter type of deal. But yeah, no, this person did a fantastic job on the background music. Definitely check them out. I highly suggest you go check out their work, and definitely commission them for more music stuff. Really good stuff, and definitely a real good person to follow for much more music content. But yeah, I think the only background music person or the first one I worked with, and they were great. So definitely check them out. Okay. And then, so the next person is someone who I think friends with, actually, or friends of a friend kind of recommended, in terms of like, you know, hey, they got some music prowess and they could help you out with your VTube and stuff. Is Gamer Official. Yeah, GG. I cannot pronounce your name. My friend's boyfriend. But I was gonna say, yeah. So they worked on the intro and outro music. The outro music you will definitely hear. I have the intro music that I'm still waiting to use it one day, and the reason I'm waiting for that is because I want to have an actually animated thing for the intro. So that's going to be something that'll happen in the future one day. But the outro I definitely did. Or also, crap, I just realized I forgot to add one more person to this Hall of Heroes. I'm sorry. I actually had an animator actually work on the you might have saw in the intro, which I'm going to showcase more in the outro when it happens. But I will have to add it here to the Hall of Heroes eventually, or for the next time. But no, the intro and outro music done by Gamer Official. Again, awesome person to work with. I think they're in a band too as well. So Yeah, no, they're really cool people. Definitely check them out. I'm not sure if they do music as much anymore, but definitely something I suggest to go check out. Also, hello Isabella from YouTube land. Okay, all right. Now going on to our next person who I like to thank. Let's see. Oh, I believe that's it, actually. Yep. Okay, cool. So that's all of them. There we go. So that's all of them. I mean, there is one more person I gotta add. Again, as the animator, which I have to go back and add on to this list. But I will show you guys what it would look like at the end of the stream on what he did. So it's really cool. It's really awesome. All right. Oh, I should throw it there. The animator I worked with, this person, has also worked with Shoujo and Zentreya's animations for their on-screen notifications and whatnot. So, yeah, real good person, real good. All right, let me go back. Oh, wrong button. I broke your immersion yet once more. Anyways. Alright, folks. So, now which brings us to the main... Well, actually, hang on. Let me do this real quick. There we go. Okay. So now, you know, this now brings us to the question of like, okay, so what am I going to bring to the table? I mean, the VTubing scene is very big. We can all agree on that. It's a very huge thing. There are so many people within the scene. What's my contribution? What am I gonna do differently than others? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, no, I said that. You didn't ask, but I'll just assume, like, in your head, you're thinking about that. You're watching the stream right now. But to put it plainly, the idea I want to do is that I love lore. I'm a lore-heavy person when it comes to the VTubing scene. I love watching lore. One of the things that I really wish would happen more often, and you kind of see it here and there, and there's a lot of lore analysis people out there who would go into the lore of some of the VTuber agencies and VTubers out there. But one of the things that I want to dive into, and something that I hope will spawn more people to do so, is to make lore, but not as a one-off. Like, think of it as like filmmaking, but VTubing wise. I can finally say this because I've been thinking about this for a very long time. If Merryweather is the Kevin Feige of VTuber lore, I'm the Kevin Smith of VTuber lore. Not really, but you know, I just like to make that joke for a second there. But outside from that, what I'm trying to say is like I'm really attracted to lore, and I want to make lore related content or lore related videos when it comes to ideas I have in mind and stories I want to tell, including my own, which is by that guy back there. Yeah, once he's rigged and ready to go, I have plenty of ideas I have in mind when it comes to making lore with him. So that's the whole point of this channel. Is take that back. The whole point of this channel is to actively just you guys watch me as I make stuff. I'm always a behind the scenes type of guy, and I always like to see, you know, how the sausage is made and how things are created and how things are, you know, produced and all that jazz. As someone who is an editor myself, breaking the immersion here for a second there, I am a video editor. and seeking to work in the entertainment industry, specifically filmmaking, so movies. And I also am editor for a game company right now, which is really cool. So I want to use what I've learned and what I continue to learn to the VTubing scene in that aspect. And I can't wait to do so. I just want to do this to showcase, you know, what I can do. But also, as you might have seen at the very beginning of the stream, I love Toonami. It's just from the music and also like how Toonami inspired it kind of feels. This entire stream, or this entire idea, sorry, I'm yawning into the microphone. But it essentially, like, I want to make lore related content and ideas and just other things of that nature on this channel and see me do it live. But also, I really want to also make this channel into a very Toonami-esque type of deal. I will get there at some point, and I definitely am working towards it. Actually, the whole point of these streams, Saturday nights, at least on the West Coast times, starting at 9:30, is basically a lead up to Toonami, for those who can watch it at midnight. So this is like a pre-Toonami stream leading into Toonami at midnight, which I will watch tonight. So, yeah, I will. That's kind of the other thing I like to do, and hopefully work towards making this stream better, the content better video-wise, and also just like making Toonami-esque videos with trailers and bumpers and all that jazz, as you might have saw in the intro. So that is the goal. Oh, you know, I forgot to show you guys, actually. I forgot to show you guys the BRB screen. Let me show you that real quick. And this is the BRB screen. So whenever I have to go do something, you guys will be here. Get the chat away and just kind of chill, relax while I do my thing. By the way, this is the background, which I need to also put in my credits into the Horror Heroes in terms of like who made it. But this was commissioned to me, and did a great job, and I went ahead and edited to make it an actual motion graphic thing. So I will definitely have to do that. So, oops. Give me a second here, folks. Okay. But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that is kind of primarily the goal of this channel, or this stream, I should say. I was gonna say this Twitch channel, but like I'm streaming to like Twitch, YouTube Shorts, and Twitter right now. So I wasn't trying to do an Instagram, but like, apparently I found out it's only an hour at a time unless you get like 1,000 followers. So that's something I gotta work on. But what I will say though is that I appreciate those who are here. I mean, you guys could have been anywhere else, any other bigger VTuber out there. You guys could be watching some other big content creator, but the fact that you're here means that you have some interest in what I have to bring to the table, and I appreciate that. I think that I always have the mindset of like, you know, I am happy with 1 viewer or 20 or 1,000 or so on. So it's, you know, it's the kind of mentality I kind of bring when it comes to certain ideas and things. And as long as, you know, just the one person out there, you know, hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy what I'm planning to bring, and I hope you enjoy everything that I plan to make in the future. So thanks for the support regardless. So now we got that out of the way. Give me a second, folks. Okay. Put you here. Oh, oops. Hang on. I'm off screen. Immersion break. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. So let's go ahead and display capture this real quick. I have it. Do I even have display capture? Don't think I do, honestly. Oh, window capture. Oh, right. Okay, I forgot. I forgot window capture. All right. So now comes to the point of like, okay, I have a lot of ideas that I want to do, and there's some things that I've been wanting to experiment or to, like I said, a lot of things in terms of, like, what are things I want to reach. Obviously, for those who are here, let me reference this and say this is not a debut. as much as I like to treat it as one, I kind of am for practice when the real thing happens. But because usually when it comes to goals, and I've been around the VTubing scene since 2020, and I kind of realized, like, how debuts work, and what's cool, what's not cool, what's something I would do differently, and so on. But hang on, let me go ahead and just put this. All right, hopefully that reads. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so in terms of, like, yeah, I've been around for a bit, and I kind of realized, like, oh, this is how this is how things would work out, or how would you do differently, or just kind of taking notes from each VTubing debut I've seen out there. And as someone who's much more into the immersion, much more into the lore, my main gripe, kind of going back to what I was saying earlier about debuts. Oops, sorry for headphone users. Oops, there we go. So one of the things that that my main gripe when it comes to debuts is, like, specifically for lore wise, is that I wish more VTubers would dive more into the lore and for the character that they created. Now, there are definitely some VTubers out there who did create lore and that lean into, hey, I lost a lot of money and now I'm in debt, and now I play games to pay off that debt. Or what's the other one? I'm an assassin and I came from another world, and now I took an interest in playing games and watching anime. It's like, all right, well, that's fine and all, that's cool, but like, my idea is that yes, that's cool, but in my opinion, at least for me, I would love it if more VTubers would use the very model they made, the very thing that they have created that has all this lore, all this background lore, to use it to create stories with. So that's my main gist, is like, if you're the king of hell, why not use it for story purposes of, like, oh, what does the king of hell have to go through? What does the king of hell have to what are the obstacles that the person must face, either in small battles or in huge wars? So my debut idea when it comes to that is more lore heavy, and plan to extend the idea past the debut. I will say, there's one person out there that has kind of had that idea in mind, which I'm still waiting to see more lore out of, is out of Meriwether with his group. Astrals, I believe, was the name of the group. But yeah, more of that. You're a character. You're of your own creation. use it for more cool, awesome stuff. But yes, debut idea. More lore heavy and plan to extend the idea past the debut for telling your story. Let's see. Have new lore ready to tell for your debut, which I'm kind of feeling I'm saying twice, but I do have actually I have my first attempt at making lore. My debut video, my introduction. It's not great. I'll tell you that much. But I'm already worked on, and then maybe I'll show you guys what I have so far. But like I'm already working on a second version that I feel like is much better. When it comes to the big guy back there, and also have like chibi lore that I've been like working on as well. But yeah, have a new lore ready to tell for your debut, obviously. Immersive. Let's see. Immersive storytelling using both live and recorded video to set up story for the next stream, and making it to where the viewer must watch the next stream to find out more lore. More lore. So yeah, the idea I have coming in when it comes to the VTuber scene, and it's something that actually is funny enough because I was, for the longest time, like I wanted to, you know, I wouldn't say validation, but like I just wanted to, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Anyways, so one of the things that I have in mind is I like the idea of telling a story through a stream or through recorded content, and my idea initially is like I want to do both, where I want to have a combination of a live stream of like the lore actually happening in live time, and then switch to the recorded stream afterwards. Now this is an idea I'm kind of going back and forth on. This is like, well, maybe I just keep it all recorded and just keep this entire channel just dedicated to like, hey, behind the scenes working on videos, and then, you know, you'll check out the final piece when it comes out on YouTube and other places. And this is now I'm still gotta figure out. But when it comes to the idea of having an immersive storytelling experience, like I want to have a combination between like live stream and recorded, because then now the viewer is starting to question, wait, is this live? Is it recorded? You know, and it's going to be like, oh, this is actually kind of trippy and kind of cool at the same time. So yeah, I think it's a cool idea, and I definitely want to try and make it happen. But let's see what happens. I think the one thing I gotta realize is, like, after setting everything up, like, you know, okay, how much time do I really can spare? So, like, what's better for me in terms of, like, creating the content that I want to make. So, immersive storytelling and using both live and recorded videos set up story for the next stream, making it to where the viewer must watch the next stream to find out more lore. And extend this to the first season. To this first season, leading up to what you have next. You have next in mind. Because ideally, my idea is just like, I'm gonna tell an entire story through streaming into like almost like an episodic type of adventure. And my idea is that it leads up to this big event that happens at the end of the season that will lead into the next season, and to tell a whole other story of our main character, me. in terms of what is going to be coming in mind in terms of, you know, okay, what's the next challenge for Clawmaster? What is the next thing he has to face? So, and this also brings into my opportunity to, like, this is where I can do collabs, or I mean, I'm open to collabs regardless, but like I won't be streaming on this channel for that purpose, for like, you know, just kind of playing games and whatnot. But for lore collabs, something that's what I want to do, because at the end of the first season, you'll find out like what's going to happen to Clawmaster and what new challenges arrives, and maybe be against other VTubers that I can actually have them use their powers, and also get in depth with some lore and actually have something to tell. So I'm like, yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be really rad. I would love to have that opportunity, honestly. But yeah, so that's kind of like the kind of main crux of the idea, you know, of the debut. More heavy, lore heavy. And obviously the other things goes without saying, you know, have the intro ready. I should say the intro, debut, or introduction video ready. May have it pre-recorded for other ideas to keep it clean, and so on. So, because most of everything else has been set up, as you can tell. I have my emotes, I have the overlays, I have the setup, I have emotes ready to go, and a bunch of other stuff. So much of everything has been set up, and this has been taking me years to kind of get everything ready. So all that's left is not much, honestly, and I can start creating as intended. Now we established that what ideas we have in mind for the debut. Now, goals. What exactly do I want in goals for this channel? I mean, so let's put a disclaimer here. When I have time, because the thing that we have to keep in mind is that I am an adult. If it hasn't been obvious, yes, this cheapy little dragon hero man is an adult. So let's keep that in perspective, but realize that there will be times where I'll be able to stream, there'll be times where I will not be able to stream. So this idea, you know, maybe only for a period of time, and then I come back and then it's like I'm ready for season 2, or I'm going to be editing this thing or working on this thing, or hanging out or whatnot. So given, you know, I'm given the time. And actually, let me just make that known real quick. So the one thing that people may not ask is like, how many times are I'm going to stream a week? I'm going to make it very easy for you guys. It's going to be once a week on Saturday nights. Now, why only once a week? Well, it's manageable, and it lets me set up stuff ready for the stream. So if I need to make some videos, lore videos, or if I need to make some assets for the stream, I can do so, given, you know, 6 days, 7 days in advance, and then stream on Saturday nights, which falls into, hey, this then leads to getting ready to watch Toonami at midnight and making this very Toonami-esque, and putting all of everyone who loves Toonami, who watches Toonami, from here to there, at least for the West Coast. I know that the East Coast gets it first, so like you guys are watching it around like what, 9 p.m. So you guys are ahead of us already. So for people who are on the West Coast, this is for you. This is for us. But once a week on Saturday nights. So that's kind of pretty much what I have. I mean, because I have other things I have on my plate that I work on. So I think once a week there's something I can do that I can keep consistent. Obviously, I will say, just letting you know in the future, I do stream at another event or another venue once a month. That will take the entire day of my Saturdays to go do, and it's a lot of fun to do it. But just heads up. So, like, I will be streaming like 4 or 5 times out of the month on Saturday nights. But then to be the one time that I'll be gone for the entire day, and I will not be able to stream that night, at least on this channel. I will be streaming on another channel, but that is just giving you a heads up. So yeah, that's the goal at the moment, or that's the stream situation at the moment. Now back to our goals. Okay, so what's the current goals I want to have for this channel for streaming once a week? So I said before, continue to improve the stream and show how I make videos and other assets. A work stream, pretty much, basically a work stream. And then the other thing I said before, making this stream more Toonami-like as we go. Such ideas are more bumpers, trailers, and something I realized, because like as I am putting all this down and putting everything together, one of the things I realized is like, oh, wait a minute. It's cool to have bumpers and trailers for upcoming ideas and contents, events and whatnot. But what is the thing that's missing from this? As someone who's been watching a lot of Toonami as of late, both old and new, it is what if we had, and this is something I kind of noticed too, what if we had like VTuber commercials of other VTubers, or myself promoting like the Patreon or the Ko-fi or, you know, the YouTube channel and that vein. So commercials. So to kind of give that full Toonami experience. Oh, actually, there's other things I want to add on here too. Actually, now think about it. It's commercials, 3D intro with ship, and getting said model to copy the intro for Toonami, but for this stream. So, yep. So yeah, ideas like that is something I want to do on this channel. Combine the things I like, the things I'm really into, and Toonami is definitely up there for me. It's the whole reason why I'm making all this. So, and I'll show you guys what I've been working on actually, speaking of Toonami stuff. But yeah, that's in terms of like what's for that. The other type of goals I want to do for this channel, show how I make stuff. Oh wait, hang on, that's work stream. I already said that. Already said that up there. The other goals would be, let me see. It would be to improve the stream, making the stream more Toonami like. Oh, create short VTuber films / shorts ideas. I definitely still want to do like lore-wise, like lore videos, and I've over the years I've downloaded a bunch of free models over time, and I really want to do something with them. And the idea initially is to make this like entire season of like Clawmaster, my character, in terms of like, you know, lore related streams and videos. I want to combine and make something really cool. But I think at some point, because the one thing I don't want to do is burn myself out when it comes to like, I'm only making one particular type of content, or I'm only making one particular thing about a one particular VTuber, and I love to do it, but I do not wish to burn myself out and be like really tired of it. As someone who has experienced burnout before last year, I don't want to experience that for doing this, because then that would suck and I'd be sad. So I think in the meantime, I have a bunch of VTuber free models that I have that I want to use to create like short films or short ideas, and then put them out there for the world to see. So just kind of in between Clawmaster seasons, just to make sure to not get burnt out. So, and if I get even like big enough or a big enough audience to where like there's a huge demand for me to do a certain thing, it's just like, oh, I would rather be on the side of sorry about that. I would rather be on the side of like me wanting to create this thing and be excited for it versus like trying to please my audience of that nature. Like, this is for me. If you like what I do, cool. But if you hound me to keep making the thing that I like, then it's like, well, I'm going to make it anyways, but on my own time. So if you have a problem with that, I am sorry. So yeah, that's something that I want to keep in mind. It's just like, I want to continue to make cool stuff and have fun, but also I don't want to make it to the point where like if people are demanding it too much that like it's gonna affect my love of it doing it. So yeah, just keeping that in mind. So yeah, that's why, you know, I also put in like, you know, like collabs as well. Also doing collabs for funsies. So yeah, but yeah, so that's kind of pretty much what this let's see. Oh, and then okay, the obvious one, make Clawmaster lore story or channel. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the goal of this channel. Is like, I'm going to be making lore related videos, making the stream more Toonami like as we go, create short films or shorts in between seasons, so I won't get burnt out. So it's going to be like, and also like if I want to just collab with people, that's fine, just to make sure that I'm mentally fine and okay. And of course, making the Clawmaster story, combining both live streaming and pre-recorded, you know, as time goes on. So that's something that I have in mind when it comes to what I want to do for this channel and what I have in mind for future stuff, future ideas and whatnot. There was one thing. Oh, there was another thing I wanted to add on to this list that I completely forgot. Oh man, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna definitely just like, man, it's gonna bug me. Create short form, lore, improve the stream. Work on stream, make Toonami like as we go. Oh, actually, speaking of lore, one idea I have in mind is to watch and explore other VTuber lore. Oh, hello Trickstar. Yes. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna say, so the idea I had in mind was watch and explore other VTuber lore. Almost Batman-esque. Yeah, that's the other thing I want to do. Is that I want to, so outside of writing my own lore, outside of making it Toonami and other short form videos and all that jazz, the other thing I want to do that I really love to do, honestly, and I guess it falls in line with analyzing lore, when it comes to when it comes to how much I love watching other lore from other VTubers is, you know, what if I analyzed, like, the idea of analyzing lore is not new, but what if I did so like in character? Like, what if I, Clawmaster, a superhero in training, propped open the videos of mass amounts of lore and actually had this conversation of like, like really deep dive into like the lore of the VTuber and analyzing, you know, what was the purpose behind such actions and whatnot. Thus I said Batman-esque. Kind of like, oh, interesting. Or like a what if, like Marvel's what if situation where, forgot his name, but the person, the god, he's not a god, is he? No, he's not. I think it's Utu, like Utu, the guy from Marvel What If, the Beyonder. There we go. No, wait, that's not it. That's not the Beyonder. Anyways, I'm trying to say it's like someone who is like just like watching the entire time and just like able to analyze and able to like break down, like, okay, I see you did this. Interesting. And I would say, computer, bring me access to other the other files of this VTuber. So something like that. So like, yes, because like the one thing that I realized is like we already have VTubers who do like these kind of long, extensive VTuber commentaries, which is great, which I love. And we have VTubers who do lore-wise, like who break down lore and analyze it. But my idea is like that same idea, but in character, in kayfabe, as it were, in wrestling. So, and also I just really want to watch like VTuber videos and trailers. So that's basically the other reason why too. So I definitely want to do that. So absolutely. And then I guess the other thing I would like to put on there, and this is just more for if it happens, but like, so I kind of fallen out of it, but I want to get back into it at some point. But I love VR chat roleplay streams, and I actually have gone to a couple roleplay places on VR chat where like I can practice me being in character a few times, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun to do. And if given the opportunity, like I would love to do so again for whatever group. But the one thing I want to do is I want to edit in. There are like long streams of this happening with certain characters who are part of certain VR chat roleplay groups out there, my favorite out there is Neon Divide. It's my favorite out there. Is cut it into an actual like movie or actual like episodic thing, because I know it would take a lot of work. Like I can only imagine like how much work that would be to make it happen. But personally, it would be really cool to have, really cool to see, and it'll make things more digestible when it comes to like said person is like jumping in and it's like, oh, where am I at in stories? Like, oh, here's an entire movie about what happened in my journey, and it'll be through only my perspective in terms of like, you know, what has happened, like what was said and whatnot. But the pacing and everything is chopped up to where it's actually digestible. So if given the opportunity, like VR chat or play stream, make my own video or movie / series on my own character, summarizing what had happened on stream. Because as someone who has watched a lot of Neon Divide, I will say it's cool. I love the idea. It's a lot of fun. It's D&D but in VR chat. But the problem is like I had to switch back and forth, and there was like at least 20 different perspectives, even more so than that, I would say. So it's just like, oh, do I go here for this storyline or do I go over here for this other storyline? So like, on which I actually intend to go back and maybe I'll make it a night where we're watching VR chat roleplay streams and just watch and like get the popcorn out. It's like, oh yeah, this is exciting, yeah. But if given the opportunity, if I were to be part of a VR chat roleplay group and able to bring my own character and my own model and all that jazz, I would like to still do the whole stream, obviously the 4 hours, the 3 hours or whatnot, but then, you know, after it's all said and done, or maybe like when season's happening, like I chopped it up and make it like digestible. So it's like, hey, this is what happened. Or wait till the end of the season and then I just make an entire movie out of it, from my perspective, obviously. So, that's something I want to do. That'd be really cool to make happen, and that's something that maybe one day will happen, one day maybe not. We shall see when it comes to that. But yeah, I believe that pretty much kind of sums up my ideas for this channel. It's just like, okay, this channel is going to be into behind the scenes, me making stuff, editing videos and making assets and whatnot. So a little bit of how the sausage is made. And then also on top of that, like I'm going to be focusing on, you know, telling stories, you know, lore related stuff when it comes to my own character and or other characters that I have that I want to make like lore related content, because I love lore. It's a recurring thing I keep saying, but that's something that I just love to do, and something I want to do that I think that would be really cool to see in the VTubing scene. Obviously this may involve like live streaming and recorded video, or you know, one or the other. We'll see how that goes. And then hang on, wait, oops, I'm like been like okay, let me just do something real quick. Okay, all right, better. So I've been hunch over so that the camera can so the camera can keep an eye on my on me. I was gonna say yeah, so I was gonna say oh yeah, so kind of immersion of like between live and recorded, depending on how that goes, and you know, one or the other in regards to telling the story to this channel, and extend like the lore outside the debut, and actually like, oh, now this thing is happening. You gotta tune in to find out what happens for the next stream in terms of like what's happening in the storyline. And then, you know, obviously, you know, when I have time. So how many times am I going to stream? Once a week, Saturday nights, so that everyone can get ready for Toonami at midnight for West Coast people. So, and then, as I said before, goals wise, you know, continue to put the stream, show how everything is made, make it more Toonami-like as we go. Some more bumpers, trailers, commercials, get a 3D intro with Ship, and getting said model to copy the intro of Toonami for the stream. And then in between seasons, create VTuber films / shorts ideas so I won't get burnt out. And you know, explore other VTuber lore within like kayfabe or within like still within that immersion of my character. And then maybe one day like the VR chat roleplay like group idea if it happens. So yeah, that's kind of pretty much a sum up of like debut ideas and like goals I want to make. So it's pretty easy to kind of like keeping it simple. And obviously there'll be times where I feel like just hanging out and looking up stuff and maybe doing other things that normally like I would not do on here. So yeah, that is basically the whole thing when it comes to this. Now, what I will say, let me do that real quick, is that so I've been talking about, you know, I wanted to make the stream more Toonami-like, and I love Toonami and all that jazz. So I have been actually making Toonami-like trailers recently. And I have a YouTube channel that I recently started that I've like when I have time for, I'm working on and off. And let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. Not that. There we go. Let's see if this shows up. There we go. So, I on the side create Toonami like bumpers and trailers on the YouTube channel at Vitami. I started this like I want to say February, yeah, this year, so still early on, and it's been a lot of fun to make when I have time, and I've already made, I want to say, let's see, so far like a couple, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos, and they're a lot of fun to make. They're really a lot of fun to make. I basically make Toonami inspired trailers and bumpers of various VTubers, both corpo, indie, and or corpo, indie, or what's the word I'm looking for? Everything in between. So yeah, and they show up here and I make them, and you know, I have like one more video for next week if I need to use it, but again, when I have time, I make Toonami inspired videos of VTubers, and it's a cool idea. Excuse me. So yeah, like that's something that I've worked on and I plan to continue working on. So as you can tell, I like to keep myself busy. And yeah, something that I enjoy. I like making. Also, Vitami is this character that I'm using as a Tom person alike, so that may cross over into the stream at some point. But yeah, that's kind of what I do on the side, amongst other things. But let me go back to, hang on a second. Where am I? I specifically made this. There we go. Okay. All right, so now that we established like what the plan and goal is, let me go ahead and do that real quick. There we go. Okay. So now that we've established, what the goals are with this channel, what I am planning to do and all that jazz. Yeah. Can't really say other than like, can't say much other than like, again, thank you for you guys who are tuning in and who are watching and, beginning of my journey here as a VTuber, a content creator and whatnot. So yeah, I have nothing much else to say. So yeah, that's basically what this entire stream is like to kind of really establish, what I want to do and like kind of treat this as a debut, but really not, because I'm still getting a few things ready for when that day happens. So, but a good practice for myself, honestly, when it comes to this. And I hope you guys enjoy what I've been kind of showing off so far. I know that the world of VTubing is a very harsh and very relentless thing out there, but as someone who treats this as a side thing, like it's something that I'm willing to put some hours into and making this ideas I want to make and all that jazz into this, and it's for fun, honestly, for me. So it's also because, hey, if you want to see me how I make edit videos and whatnot, this is definitely the place when it comes to that. And then like, I don't know, you want to work on something and I work on something, and whatever inspires you to do stuff, by all means. So yeah, that's pretty much about it in terms like what I have in mind. So say go back to my laboratory and all that jazz. Yeah, so that's pretty much about it. I got nothing else really to kind of like say like in terms of like what else is coming to the channel and whatnot, and what ideas. But yeah, so that's basically what it comes down to. I think the one thing I kind of realized that I'm doing this. Oh, sorry. Oh man, I'm gonna like not this. I'm gonna knock out midstream. But I think one of the things that I realize is that the more like I think about just even my chibi self, like my chibi model self, like I have so many ideas in terms of what I want to do with things I just like, oh, that's fun to do, and I can make it happen without using my real face, and just kind of like, oh man, I have this VTuber model and I can do this and this and this, and it's like, oh, this is rad. And yeah, like it's really cool. Like there's a lot of things I definitely have in mind that I want to do in the future, and for fun, and obviously like if I get somehow big, or if people like recognize my work, that'd be great, awesome, that'd be sick. But also like I'm not out here trying to be the next big Iron Mouse or anything to that nature. There's a part of me that I feel like I could do well in as a full-time content creator, or maybe something in the future when I'm retired and I'm like, oh, I'll VTube I'll VTube until I no longer can do it. So yeah, like I have like very big ambitions and small ambitions when it comes to this medium, because I think that VTubing in general is such a cool medium in general, and I think that's something that's really fun to have and really cool to see. So yeah, but we shall see. I'm very loose in the rules, and we'll definitely see how things turn out. So sorry, I keep yawning. My bad, guys. So with that being said, let me see. It is about 11 p.m. Oh, Western time. Sorry for the East Coasters. I'm sorry for those who are up super late watching this. But yeah, in terms of like, you know, how long these streams are gonna be, like, yeah, I'd say like 2-3 hours. So I might just keep it to like 2 hours, honestly. Yeah, because I know that a lot of VTubers like, oh, I'm gonna be streaming for like 6-7 hours or whatnot, some crazy amount. And honestly, like, some people can do it. Maybe one day I can. I don't know. I feel like I kind of like the 2-hour slot, the 2-3 hour slot, and it's kind of taking the idea from you know, some agency VTubers out there, but like at the same time, short and sweet. You know, I know that Takahata used to host his anime cheers show that lasted for like 2 hours, and they worked out fine. So I'm planning to do the same. So, and who knows, maybe like on some days it's longer and extended for special events or what have you. So, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. So, the one thing I think that I should put it out there. If you're here for gaming, I'm not doing much of that here. Because everyone out there in the VTubing space already games a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like, like for me, I wanted to show how things are made and behind the scenes on a lot of things. Will I game on this channel? Yeah, maybe a few times. I mean, don't expect it to be a continuous thing. It's only because, like, if you're trying to differentiate yourself from everyone else, you know, playing games is one of those things where if you enjoy doing it and you don't care, then go for it. But when it comes to the in the land of just streaming in general, you take VTubing out of it. Like, gaming to me, I've seen it so many times. And outside of events and tournaments that I watch, it's fine, and I think that if you enjoy it, awesome. But for me, like, I have seen this over and over again, and I want to be different, or I want to see other types of content out there. So that's why I like to watch Merryweather sometimes. That's why I was like watching Shy Lily's stream earlier today when she was in a battle royale for WoW, and I was watching Doki Bird like in the Apex event that she was part of. So like things like that and other ideas of that nature appeals to me more than just watching someone play games for like 5 hours. Other than like, you know, if I want to just like relax and just chill for the night, and that's fine. And I'm planning to watch Sea Dog VA Connor's Cyclothlon event starting tomorrow. So like, that's what I'm drawn to, and that's something that I want to also be like different from other streamers out there, is to make something that entices people to come back and entices people to want to come back and watch more, or really hooked by the storytelling on this channel. So yeah, that's the goal, that's the plan, all that jazz. So with that being said, man, let me see. Okay, so yeah, with that being said, I wasn't even planning to work on stuff tonight. The only reason why is because like I I'm testing the limits of what I can do on this computer when I'm streaming on here, and I do not have the 2 PC set up yet. I have it set. I haven't ready. I just need to hook it up. But yeah, no, I think that because I edit videos and I make a ton of cool stuff, but I don't want to like chance it on while I'm streaming and have YouTube Studio on at the same time. I'd rather have the heavy load on the second PC to just capture everything and stream it, rather than like, oh, let me just do everything on my PC and hopefully it doesn't die. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, I don't. Hang on. What the heck? Hang on 1 second. My emotions are not, or my expressions are not working. What is going on? Hang on. Hang on. Okay. What if I did this? Hang on. No? Oh, okay. For some reason, okay, weird. Refresh. Okay. Maybe it'll show up now. Okay. None of my emotions are happening. Okay, well now okay. I'll have to fix that later. Anyways, scuff ahoy. Even in the not pre-debut streaming, that I'm getting some scuffness. So, I have to figure that out. Why my expressions are not working at all. Okay. I will have to probably reload it. Yeah. Let's wait and see. Anyways, all right. So, yeah. Like I said, I think pretty much I'm gonna probably end it early. I know it's gonna go up to like 12, but yeah, I'm gonna just end it early here and then be back next Saturday, where I'll be. Let's see. By that time, probably gonna work on some Vitami video stuff, some Toonami inspired trailers and whatnot, and then also just kind of go down the list of like the goals and ideas I want to tackle, and how to make it happen. Also, like the other thing I gotta wait on is I have to find I have to save money on the side so I can rig that guy up back there. And then yeah. Kind of go from there. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, when you start to really realize, like, wait a minute, wait, what am I supposed to do now? I've gotten this far. Well, what do I do now? Oh man. Let me just see some. Hang on. Oh wow, what the frick? Okay, do not mind that at all. Okay. Okay. Don't look at me right now. Oops. Hey, hang on. Hang on. Oh, Wait. I know. Wait a minute. Hang on. One of these are messing it up. There we go. Okay, we're back. I forgot. That's right. Hang on. That's animations. Oh my god. Okay. I think what's happened. Okay. Okay. Yeah, as you can tell. The scuffness even happens here. Also, I realized the fact that let me see something. Wow, okay. You know what? Hang on. I'm just gonna reload. I'm just gonna reload my model. Just making sure it's the right one. Slowly loading. Is this the right one? Yep, okay. Yeah. Somewhere in the toggles there I might have messed up and I pushed something and it's like, oh wait a minute. It's messing up my other stuff. Okay. So with that being in mind, or with that being said in mind, okay, so I can show you the outro, and then I'm gonna send you guys off to somewhere else. So, all right. First, let me just be sure. Okay. So, let me check who streams at this hour. And the cool thing is, like, since this is my personal Twitch channel, I can actually send you guys to. Oh, well, you're playing Stellar Blade? Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. Where do I send you? Do I send you to the mouse? Let's see. Sayu? Yeah, the cool thing is, like, I got a bunch of, like, VTubers that I follow that I can, like, send you to. Hell yeah, baby. Alright, I found my winner. Alright. I'm gonna send you to Tara. Tara Caminito? I cannot pronounce that, but she is just chilling and listening to some hard rock music, which I'm totally into. So, alright. I'm sending you guys over to her. Alright, well. It's at least on the Twitch side. When it comes to YouTube and Twitter, I'm sorry guys, I can't help you there. Anywho, so with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I'll be back again next Saturday where we actually will start making stuff. So let me. Oh, that's right. I gotta do the outro. Hang on 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and refresh here. So just gonna turn this down for a second. But yes, this is the outro music I was talking about earlier, and the credits of the following people that follow the Twitch channel. I'll have that soon updated, so I can also see the YouTube channel as well as like who's subscribed. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed everything that you saw tonight, and yeah, I will see you guys next time.